Shit too easy now, bro.
It's really that simple.
All right, everybody, welcome to Joe Central Podcast, episode 27. I am Jacob.
What's up, man? It's Elgin Woodside here.
We already know. And then on my left, we got Jared Watson.
Got your boy Young Hop Grasshopper in the building.
I'm gonna let y'all know we just recorded a fire ass video for him, so be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna tell y'all more.
Y'all gonna go psycho when y'all see it.
Yeah,
Facts. Psycho.
And then on Elgin's right, we have
Big Kurt Kelly, man. What's up, man? My brother.
his 9bird 2K.
2K.
He here to
Y'all
give
already
us
know we back at it again with the Joe Central. Let's get right to it, man.
episode.
Hey, man. I don't know if y'all heard yet, but that stimulus on the way, man. 1,400.
I just heard on the way
What
here.
y'all think, bro? How y'all feel about that?
It's a blessing in disguise. Well, not even in disguise. Like,
Everybody see it. What is this
Why
guy?
you talking about
that's just a blessing that
in
everybody needs.
For real. Son, but how y'all feel about the fact that it was damn near like a split decision, like 50-50?
It was 50-49.
I feel like it wasn't surprising because it was like it's like clear cut, bro. Like who doesn't want to help and who does want to kind of help. You know what I'm saying? In a way, like they just clearly like, oh nah, we wasn't gonna do that for y'all from the beginning. So like, why even make it feel like we want to support y'all?
Exactly. Yeah.
So
Which that's pretty sad that the people supposed to be representing you don't even want you to have $1,400 and they know you're struggling. They know you don't have a job and stuff, and they just don't care. But it's pretty sad.
Man, if you want to split the people up, if you want to split the population up, you bring a virus into the population and you make us all wear masks. But if you want to slip and also social distance and not be able to go anywhere, anywhere at all and close everything down. But if you want to split the government up, you just try to give people money. That's how you split the government up. That's the only thing they don't agree on.
They hate that.
They hate, like, whenever it comes time, because some of them want to give you money because it make them look good, and some of them want to give you money, and some of them don't want to give you money at all,
Because we already
and they don't
in
give a fuck how they
shitload of
look.
debt. And if we keep giving out money, then our dollar's gonna be worth nothing, which is probably gonna be in a few years.
Yeah. It's crazy to me. I mean, when it comes to that conversation, I always think, like, at what point are we gonna consider our money valueless? Like, if we've been printing it over and over again and we've been inflating through the roof, I mean, aren't we well past the point that we were worried of passing however many years ago when our dollar still held, a gold backing, and our dollar was, it said on the note, it said something, it was like on this is issue to $1 in gold or something like that. There was something written on the bill. It doesn't say that anymore because our Federal Reserve has just inflated and just printed so much money that there's no possible way you could ever back all of that. So if we're gonna sit here and talk about inflation and hiking up depleting the value of the dollar, at what point did we pass that threshold? Because if we haven't done it yet, then there's no way it's gonna happen. And if we already did it, then we did it a long time ago. Yeah. This is not the moment that everything's gonna fall apart.
It's not gonna be like worth nothing. It's just gonna be worth less and less over time, like it's been doing since we lost the gold standard. Like when we had the gold standard, it was always a set amount that they kept equal to the amount of gold that they had. Mm-hmm. But once that gold was so scarce, they just started printing it because people just needed money.
Yeah,
I mean that's the way that you stimulate the economy. But in the long run, the people who don't have any money and the people who have all the money, like the wealth gap is just going to be so fucking bad that people who don't have money and the price is going to increase for them. But you feel me? They don't have anything.
Right. Yeah. So like, I wonder, like, I think we're scared of like a stock market crash or like an economy crash or like something like that. At what point does that happen? Like, when do we see
I don't think it's like a time. Like I don't think you can time it.
It would
It's
take
just like
somebody,
everything has to happen at this. Yeah, like it has to be perfect timing. Like whenever.
like somebody would have to say something like who are we looking to be like, yeah,
Federal
this shit
Reserve.
crashed. Like, yeah, like we can't do this no more. Because, like you said, I feel like we're past that point already as well. So, like, somebody's just gonna have to spill the beans and be like, yo, like, we've been past this point. Like, this is all imaginary.
We
like,
can't
you
be
know?
going like this anymore. At what point does the country just get together and say we got to change the way we're doing it? We can't just keep printing. We have to, get back to some normalcy. I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I think
And I
that's
feel like once other countries stop accepting it for what we say is worth, that's when it's gonna get bad too.
Yeah, when
Because
other
they're gonna
countries
start
catch
looking
on.
at us like, bro, this dollar that you give me ain't worth shit because y'all $200 trillion in debt. So it's like you're giving me nothing right now.
China exports products. A lot of other countries have their own exports. It depends on what they are experts at or what they make the best of in their country. It's been known for a long time that America's number one export is war. It's military control. It's use of our military. You get buddy with America, so that you could have American troops, and you can have access to guns that we make and the military assets that we have. That's why we have like certain allies. That's one of our best assets. And I sort of always think about it because, for a long time we've been talking about, America's trillions of dollars in debt. China, trillions of dollars of debt here. We in debt. And for a long time, I've always wondered, why would it matter that America is in debt if we have the strongest and most like advanced system of military of war? Basically meaning, I took your money, I owe you money, but I'm bigger than you, so what you gonna do about it? And I've always kind of wondered, like, is that sort of America's last? Is that the only reason that we don't like have to go to war with another country? Is that the reason that
That's our only leverage.
is that the only reason that they haven't come after our debt
That's literally our only leverage, bro.
Yeah.
Is that we have a military, but I don't even think we're the strongest military anymore. China has
Yeah,
the strongest.
that was
military.
actually going to be a question. I don't really know who's the strongest military. I know for
China is making super soldiers, like literally, like putting people in camps to become super soldiers, like shooting them with steroids at like age 11, fool, like training them.
Isn't it crazy how they put all of this shit in our video games and movies, and we just watch it and they're like, oh, that would be cool if that's happening, but then it's just happening.
It's
like, at the
And they
same
already
time.
know in Russia they have like a whole fitness standard for like their whole country. Like,
Yeah.
they don't let them people eat the shit that we be eating. Like,
Like literally, if you wanted to, you couldn't.
yeah, like they don't even offer it.
Bag of chips? What?
We don't have fat.
But I feel like even though like what you saying, like with the military and stuff, I feel like at some point it's gonna be that one like leader in a different like country that's just gonna be like at this point we don't care, like
Right. Like Rummy.
yeah, like do that. If not, like we don't care, like I'm willing to go to war for that.
I think
Right.
I think that's why in the back of every American's mind, I think that's why it's so easy to fearmonger us, because it's so easy for a president or somebody to stand up on stage and make us scared of war, because I think deep down in the back of every American's mind, like, we know how many people hate us and how many people we owe and how much dirt, just how much shittiness, how much crime.
And then that's how your government gets corrupt, when you owe so many people. It's like, and you don't have actual like assets to give them.
Yeah.
What they do is start manipulating your leaders because you owe them.
Yeah, right, because it's like, yeah, exactly. And I think that's why we're in the fucking predicament that we're in when it comes to China, because, part of me is just like, obviously it's wrong and we need to stand up for ourselves, but do we even have like the balls to do what we're supposed to do and like Because what happened? We stand up and say "fuck you" and like we'll go to war
we got
for it.
really to
But
go to
if we
war
do
with
that,
it,
if we do that, are we are we gonna win that? and do we have even the right to say fuck y'all if we're so far in debt
Yeah,
with
we
them? I
the
mean,
ones who did
I
it.
think we got duped. Honestly, I think we got duped by just just the just the sheer like ease of exporting cheap goods from other countries, and we use that as a way to like boost our economy. Um, obviously it's a short term game because you don't end up, creating American made factories that, last for, lifetimes on lifetimes. You kind of have to, you become dependent on those other countries that you import from. But we kind of just did that for so long that it's like, they know that they holding us by a string. They know that they got us. So, I mean, it's crazy to me because I wanna be like, I think we all want to be like a patriotic American, but it's just hard whenever like you just kind of know that we down bad.
Yeah, it's hard to be like, I love America. Like, I'm gonna stand by everything they do when you know all the bullshit we done did and how fucked up we are right now as far as financials and just leadership wise and just.
Yeah, do we even
really
have the
believe
means
that?
to get all of that freedom back?
Right.
We
It's
sold
like-
out.
And like the thing I hate about it though, bro, is that it is like we, but like at the end of the day, we like have no like what I'm
There's no
saying, like
control over the
parts
decisions
of
that
that,
they
like
make,
yeah.
right.
So it's like those people that are in that position, bro, like every decision they making is dictating our lives, and we have no control over that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's
We just gotta wait.
yeah.
To see,
Like, we just gotta sit there and wait. Cause like, I ain't gonna lie, I'll be thinking about it sometimes. But like, what if they really do just start bombing our shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like how do like you know what I'm saying? Like, how do we prepare for that? Cause like, we don't expect that. You know what I'm saying? From like, cause we live our lives, and however we live is just on
I
like
ain't
on
doing
us. Like
nothing.
it's not on the government or the rest of the world. Like it's us. But their lives are dictated of what happens to everybody else.
I do
here.
feel like we do have a lot of allies as well. So like, if people start bombing us for real, son, like it's gonna be an issue.
I'm
Like, that's gonna
confident-
be a world like.
I'm confident
destruction,
in a
bro, like-
physical war. Honestly, in a physical war, I'm confident in our abilities. Like
If it's straight weapons to
our
weapons,
allies.
yeah. Like,
Also with
we
our
straight.
military, I mean, I think we're
But
people
China's
live
smarter
there,
than
bro.
that, bro. Or really,
That's why-
any advanced military is smarter than to go straight up head for head with us. Like
That's
they
the
gonna
reason
use,
why China
like
didn't-
biological like shit like that, bro. Like COVID and stuff like that.
That's the reason why China decided to have an informational war with us instead of a physical war. They said that a long time ago. I think it was somebody. I
And
think
they
it was
hacked into
their
our
own,
system and everything already.
it was one of their own leaders that said a long time ago, like as long as Americans have a firearm in every household, we're not invading
There's no
land.
point.
We're not invading land. We're gonna go. What? They're gonna go
We're
through their
gonna go into
neighborhoods.
computers, we're gonna go
Motherfuckers-
into their phones.
We
Through their
might be
bodies.
scared. Yeah. We might be scared to have like issues with each other and not know what to do with each other whenever we're having certain problems. It might be hard to go run out guns blazing to a group of protesters in your neighborhood. But if the Chinese military are in there, everybody's riling together. That's gonna be the one thing that brings America together. Black, white, gay, straight, everything. We all gonna shoot.
That's everybody's biggest fear.
They
is
not playing with
if all
us.
Americans came together, bro.
Yeah.
We divided and we still as strong as hell.
I
If
know.
all Americans came together, son,
Yeah.
that'd be a strong ass fucking place.
Mm-hmm.
But
Cause we got heart. Like the little bit of freedom that we do still have left in this country, compared to the rest of the country, I think it gives us heart. Like it gives us like this cockiness. Like you're not gonna take my shit because people in other countries, they might
they don't even claim it as theirs. They
Right, that's
say
what-
it's-
that's what I'm
it's
saying, like,
ours.
they might have a better house, they might have more money, more access to food, healthcare, whatever. They might be living a more comfortable life, but the shit that they own, they don't own. So they don't have that pride to them. They don't have that. You're not gonna take my shit. That's why they don't even care that they don't have guns because that's not my shit. Like
Exactly.
whenever people come to get us, the only option is to call my authorities and figure out who's gonna save our country. Americans have these values that are instilled in them where um, they believe that, and it's true. I mean, to an extent, I hope. Like, there's a lot of conspiracies out there, but you're supposed to have own the land that you're sitting on and own the house that is over you and everything like that, and you work for that, and you feel like it's a part of you and you earned it and all of that shit. So when somebody comes for it, it's you versus the world. Other countries don't kind of have that morale like individually. They don't have that drive of their own personal life of defending what's theirs and shit like that. They kind of just go with the flow, and it's yeah. So I think that's kind of what gives Americans their ego and their cockiness, but
That's gonna always be our edge over other people is that we have that sense of like value for stuff that belongs to us. Like even people who don't even own much. Like you might own a fucking trailer in the middle of nowhere. Bro, if you take a step on their property, they're gonna come running out that bitch ready to kill your ass.
if they
Get off
want
of my
to,
shit. Like
yeah, they
bro,
have the
like,
right
it's just
to.
that protectiveness, like that protective nature. It could be bad, but at the same time, it's great. Like in disasters and things like that. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
on a lighter note, what y'all feel about Ti and Tiny, bro?
A lighter note.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't really give a shit about that.
So apparently Ti and Tiny have been drugging women and forcing them to do sexual activities with them.
Damn.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like first of like that's wild. That's like wild as hell. First of all, but
Hot take.
that's what people do in that world. Like,
Well,
and that's
how you
like
know? How you know?
like I'm saying, like, bro, all these years, bro, of like you hear like these off the wall ass stories about what celebrities do, bro. Like, so like you know that shit goes on. It's just a matter of when people start coming and speak out about it, or like the victims come out and speak out about it. But like it's crazy, like, and it's like some insane shit to do. Like I feel like it just goes to show that like people get corrupt and they like in that frame of like being a celebrity and being known like that to where they feel like, oh, I could just do that and like I could use my name to get whoever I want and make them do whatever I want. And like so like and people like that are involved, bro, like they like it's so many people that it's so many like females that wanna just like they're not even doing nothing with their lives. Like, they really spend their lives to like be just in that circle of
just
like
get around
yeah,
people
just to
like
be
that. Like,
around
that's
like
what they
celebrities,
do.
yeah. And like that, like it's crazy because that's what set them up for that. Because it's like you look at it as like, oh, I just have an opportunity to, what I'm saying, go see it like somebody that I'm a
Yeah,
fan
go
of or
see
something like
somebody.
that.
But, like,
But
they,
they
like,
take
you
it
know,
as like, all right,
proud,
they like I'm a celebrity, they're here for me, like I want, like so they gonna do whatever I want.
Yeah.
And then so like when it's not the case, that's when it's like, all right, the drugging and then it's forceful because like you being a celebrity, you think, oh, I can get whatever. They gonna do whatever I want to do because I'm you know what I'm saying, I'm that person, like I'm that name. So it's like.
I mean, don't go that
Yeah.
way. That's how they got it.
That's how they react to it, and I think that shit just it's fucked
messed
up.
up,
It's
bro.
like it's fucked up.
I also want to kind of like expand on that part where you said people not gonna do nothing because I'm me and that's my name and whatnot. What really is the reason people feel like because of their name that they could get away with what they want? Because having a big name on its own inherently doesn't give you, the pass to do whatever you want. But
I don't know.
I
Bro.
think
we could argue that.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
Having a
but
name does give
not
you a
not
pass.
not on its own. Basically, what I'm trying to say is where I'm going with this is in the past when there was 17 famous people in America, like like not even that long ago, like before the internet, like in the social media age of like the 2010s really like popped off, like and people went from nobodies to famous in like a month. I think that kind of devalues fame a lot. Like I don't think we look and care that much. I mean, come on, bro. Like this story would have been the biggest news in the world in 2005, right? Something crazy like this would have been insane in like 2002 or 1996 or whatever. And I think because there was little people who were famous, it wasn't easy to just take somebody off the street and make them famous in a week like you can now. People, famous people are a lot more disposable. Influencers are a lot more disposable. Um, and so the people who were the only ones that were famous back in the day when Ti and Tiny had first came up, and a lot of other, people that we see getting caught with sexual allegations nowadays, those people had people to protect them. And the reason these people protected them was because their money was on the line. Because everyone bought into the same person. Like you'd have one famous person, but then you'd have a huge team of people managing everything that they do and making
So
money.
you don't think T.I. and Tiny have a huge team of people?
I don't.
They've got a
think,
whole TV show.
I don't
You
think.
think the people on VH1 want to cancel the TV show? That's how they make money.
I don't think. I don't think that they want to, but I think it's just not as.
Bro, they got a team. I'm telling you,
I
bro.
see what
It's
you're going
T.I.
on,
and
but I
Tiny.
think Ti and Tiny are
Yeah,
ones that
bro.
do have that kind of thing.
Like, they got,
somebody
they
like
got a community.
somebody
bro.
like
Compared
Yeah,
to
like
but
Bad
you're like,
Baby or
you're,
something.
like,
won't have
you gotta
that,
think
you know?
about it though. You're comparing like internet fame to like real, like this is like real
life
fame. Like they've
famous,
like Ti has been, you know what I'm saying, he's an infamous
feel like
rapper, like you know what I'm
he
saying,
an
from that time
entrepreneur,
period.
rapper,
Tiny
like,
was part of
all this,
one of the
bro.
best like R&B groups ever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they already had like they
got
have
connects,
the
like, they got
have
connects.
the name of like, all right, I could be attached to that because it's gonna be successful because they know who that person is. They know that they have a long history of this. So it's like different from like internet fame because like people like Reggie
Somebody like
Cool.
Gunna or somebody like
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to do the same shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
They don't got the same like longevity and attachments and shit, like, connections, you know.
like even like
Yeah.
Lil Baby, like people
Yeah.
like who like very famous right now, they
Yeah.
still ain't got the same pool because they don't got
Yeah.
those connections like that yet.
Facts.
Yeah.
As far as like inside, like in high places, and like having control. That's probably why they feel that way that they can do anything is because they have those connections.
Do you agree that like let's say something leaks out from like somebody like Ti and somebody who they are connected with, somebody that could help, would decide against against that risk because there's more opportunity out there nowadays to be attached to people who have influence and don't have bad reputations. I
Definitely.
mean, I think you would put everything on the line back in 2003.
Yeah.
You would be like, fuck, man, there's no if Ti goes down, my whole life is gone. Like I have no opportunities from here on out.
I mean, I
And-
don't know because even when Chris Brown like had gotten that situation with Rihanna and stuff like that, like they stripped all his shit quick, and that was a while ago. Like,
I mean, I think that the scenario does play a huge part. Like, I don't think he was running from that one. I think everybody kind of had to jump ship on that. Like,
Yeah.
he ain't gonna be involved with that shit.
right.
I mean, he beat up Rihanna, bro. And you know what's funny? If he would have beat up Rihanna today, that would have been even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't even
It'd
like
be
Rihanna,
terrible.
right?
Yeah.
He didn't even like Rihanna that much back then, and he got ate shit on that one. With Rihanna's God status today,
Yeah. He wouldn't make it, son.
But my thing is with Ti and Tiny, bro, they don't even have no. I haven't heard of any evidence. It's
Well,
just
I
been
mean,
people
people-
out coming out and
niggas
saying it.
Well, there
I haven't
is.
seen actual any physical evidence.
what would you see?
Well, because one thing about like, well, the only like evidence that I don't know if it came out yet or not, but like China was like saying that, like, well, who was it? No, it was Rob Kardashian. He was basically saying that like China told him and he's like about how the situation that like they was offering her money and shit like to have sex with both of them and like, you know, saying like he was.
So still no evidence.
I mean, I don't know if she. I think that he said that she showed her the text, but like, that was him basically like he basically started the whole thing
But
because
that
he was
still had
lashing
nothing
out.
to do with the whole sexual assault thing because
Yeah,
if he
but I'm
banned
saying
her,
that's what it. I'm saying, but that's what
That's
it
her
branched
choice.
from. Like it branched from like Rob Kardashian basically lashing out against Ti over some like shit between about China, and so that's when like everybody like people that were involved basically kind of got like
This story.
that it happened to allegedly happened to. They started coming out like saying victims started like making themselves like public, and so like I just
so you don't think that the victims took that as an opportunity since they saw that he was like getting put in the spotlight for
Yeah.
this, they saw that as an opportunity to be like, oh, let's just say that he's tried to force us to do it so we can
Yeah.
make some money.
But there's also been a lot of people that like even like other celebrities that have come out and said that like he would have like these parties where like
Yeah, I
it would be-
understand.
yeah.
I understand that they do some crazy shit like they do,
Yeah.
but I'm saying, do you think that somebody who did the shit with them and wanted more money just was like, let's like say that it was worse than what it really was, and just say that they forced us to do it so we can make some money and sue them
Yeah.
since they're already getting.
I
aired
mean,
out
yeah,
for
that
it.
could be the case. Yeah.
It's definitely possible. Yeah.
What like what do you even do? Like, all right, you asked like what evidence would you have to what evidence did you see? And I asked what evidence would you have to
Yeah.
see?
Bro, you can't just say like that's like
But
somebody
there-
walking on the street and like saying
No,
you
I-
raped them.
I agree. You can't
Yeah,
just
but-
say,
Yeah,
it,
But
like,
you need to
but
see
there-
some
but think
text
of-
message.
But no,
But
there
think
is.
about
You
it,
need
though.
to see some clothes that's ripped up. You need to see
But there's-
some bruises that you took pictures of. You didn't fight. Like, come on.
Well,
And if
no,
it-
this,
if
this
it
but this is
happened,
like
you-
this is the biggest
that's
thing that's
real
being.
stuff that's easy to get.
This is the biggest thing that's being pushed about it though. Like it was a girl that came out. I don't remember her name. It wasn't like a famous like female, but like she was at one of the events, and basically what she was saying was like they made everybody basically turn their phones in once you got, to the like the Airbnb whatever they was hosting, and basically it was a
Like
bunch of
going-
it's a bunch of like drugs there. She was saying that her and one of her friends were going in a room was going in a room with them or something, and the girl and one of the friends wasn't with it, and she was trying to leave, but she was saying like the security like his like guy was like T.I. was telling him basically don't let her leave type shit, and then whatever they gave him drugs and whatever happened. But I feel like that's all. But the only thing that I feel like the only thing I believe is true is like the part about the phones. I know I've heard like plenty of stories
Celebrities
where
be
like
like, as soon as
celebrities-
you walk in my house, put your
yeah,
phone.
like I believe that story as far as like because most celebrities they do that whenever they have parties and shit. They don't want people like recording and sending all that shit out. So turn your phone in when you come into the crib. I understand. I believe that, but as far as like everything else, it's kind of like hard to kind of to know what is true and what's not because obviously there's not going to be like cameras in there to get any of the footage or even have like what I'm saying that actual. So it might be hard to actually get that actual physical evidence like you're saying, but it's like to what extent can you know what I'm saying like because once drugs are involved,
You can't just take somebody's word, bro. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but like you really just can't, son.
yeah.
And if somebody you care about go to a party like that and they come back to you, oh, something happened to me. Are you gonna be honest with them and say you shouldn't be going to shit like that?
If somebody tell you turn your phone in and there's a bunch of drugs, and then somebody tells you come into this room with them,
Yeah.
what you think finna happen? Like I'm so like I'm sorry if people think I'm insensitive right now. Like I'm
That's where I'm
not
going
with
with
that
this.
stuff. I don't like sexual assault, bro. I hate that shit like that.
No.
Yeah, but like that's
but
like the
I'm saying, like,
reality of it. Like people
Don't
are
put
too-
yourself in a predicament.
people
son.
try to be too sensitive to it, and it's like, but it's gotten to the point where like now you have to be real about it because people have played around with it so much to where it's like it's not taken as serious.
Right.
So like you just like allegations nowadays
cry
is like
wolf.
it's nothing. Like you know what I'm saying? Like allegations is nothing because so many people have been proven to be liars
Yeah.
just for that name. So now it's like
What you said, Jared? These niggas cap. They lie.
yeah. And so like I feel like that like it just needs to be like people need to start being real with other people about this shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like all right, say that you know what I'm saying? Like I don't even know like how to even address it, but like it's just like it's just too much. It's not handled properly anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah, honestly, the like sexual assault, like I'm like when somebody is accused of that, I literally swipe off of it every time. Like I don't even.
I think
like,
that's why it's not really in the
I
news
see it
like
on my
that.
phone,
Yeah,
and
just
I'm like,
because people do it like, and say it all the time. It's
Because I feel like that's also like the gateway for like for females to feel like when in doubt, if this didn't happen for me or I feel like this was wronged or like you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can always fall back on that because that's supposed to be taken serious. Like I'm supposed to be like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm supposed to be like addressed and felt like, oh, we have to help you and take care of you because you said this.
You said that.
Yeah, because you said that. So like, oh, now we got to go get him. Like you know what I'm saying? Take him out. Like
that's
you know
like the public reception of it
Yeah.
too. They're like, oh shit, sorry that happened for you. Like, good retweets and likes and shit.
Yeah,
Like, everybody comments
but
on
it's
it.
like that's
It's
not
like-
doing anything but just magnifying it to help like make them lie more because now they feel that love and appreciation. It's like, okay, yeah, now I got like people behind me and oh, I could cancel him now, even though he didn't really do anything. I just hate him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just
y'all know lawyers know what we're talking about. Like they know the game, especially at this point.
yeah.
When it comes to lawyers, a lot of times, you know, in this day and age, like they know that the court of public opinion in a lot of these situations it outweighs the court of law. Because if enough people rally behind something, a judge, literally, if enough people rally behind something and a judge is sitting there to make the decision and he's deciding whether he's going to side with this dude who made a good point in the courtroom or the 8,000 people outside of his fucking office right now wanting the other result, that matters a lot. And
it don't
also,
matter enough.
Yeah.
also,
It don't matter enough in a lot of cases.
also these lawyers.
Trayvon Martin.
Yeah.
It ain't matter then.
Well,
But those are
Mike
also
Brown.
but I would say this those are also situations where this is involved
Yeah.
more than when it's
And,
like
and
when
it's involving cops, so it's like
Yeah.
they tied in.
So like you know what I'm saying? Like that's just that
oh yeah,
involved.
the weight of the person that's wanting you to do something matters too. Like,
Yeah.
it depends. Like we
as
know
long
what
as
we're
there's
talking
no
about.
higher influence and it's just like people yelling, but your fucking boss's boss
Yeah.
telling you what to do, you fuck.
But also, I was gonna say that the lawyers know that, hey man, like, just throw a couple motions in the hearings, throw a couple more motions on this case, and postpone it. And when like a sexual allegation case goes around, let the ping pong ball go back and forth for like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
See what
Yeah.
happens.
The story gonna die off.
And then
If
And-
it stays, then
and
you
that's
know
and
that's,
then
they
that's
got
where
something. But
that's where you
usually
get
gonna fade away.
your tweets on Twitter where it's like, oh, we don't forget that such and such got off on this because yada yada. Like, okay, like we understand that, but like we knew that was gonna happen anyway. Like
Right.
at the end of the day, so it's like.
Yeah.
Don't sit here
Don't
and
even
don't try to make it.
reminisce
Yeah,
on
don't
it.
try to
Yeah.
make it grow and be something again when it's already over with. Like you can't change it.
Son, I saw something on Twitter, bro, related to this. Like, it was like a girl who got sexually assaulted, but like, she, like every year, like she like says like it's my anniversary of like when I
no.
got sexually assaulted.
Just every day, every year she wakes up on that.
Like,
Laugh.
Oh, shit.
I'm
laughing,
not,
bro.
I'm not laughing at. Like, I'm not. No, listen. Because like it's
Keep
not.
laughing, look.
It's not funny. Like the
Facts.
situation,
Nah.
but it's like we don't like. Why do we have to be reminded of it? Like you know what I'm saying? like not like why does it have to, no, but like why does that have to be reiterated to the world? You
That's
know
why
what I'm
you
saying?
wasn't laughing.
No, bro. Like why? But like
It's not funny because
why
I'm
does that
tired
have
of
to be like
hearing
reiterated
about
though?
it.
Like that's not something that like that. I feel like you should publicly speak on like every anniversary of it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like what is that? Like
Yeah. No. Like
You're
if
right,
we're gonna be
though.
honest,
You're
like your life from that point on should be overcoming the situation and bettering yourself. And you know, part of that is putting things in the past. And you bring something up every single year, we already know that you're hanging on something. You're hanging on the past.
And I think the reason that happens is because of social media. Like, there's
Yeah.
there's that group of people that's gonna be under your shit commenting, being like, "Yes,
Really?
girl, like proud of you," like blah blah
Yeah.
blah, like a bunch
Yep.
of like hyping
They
it
be
up. But
wanting
what
that.
that person is doing is like you're encouraging them to stay like in the past,
know
like
that-
you know,
yeah.
like
You
and they're
know,
getting
you
positive
just
affirmation
reinforcing
from
it.
it. Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah.
You
Like,
know when you wake up on your birthday and that phone just going crazy, and you just like, I mean, people want more birthdays throughout the year. They want more reasons to wake up
Yeah.
to crazy like phone that's going crazy
yeah.
with
Yeah,
all kind
but
of
then,
shit.
but like then it's like what about that is real? When it's like you like it's like it gets to a point where it's like like I you look forward. It's almost like you look forward to it. It's like all right, man. I know when I post this, everybody's gonna be hitting me up and you know what I'm saying, like making
sure
me feel
I'm okay,
yeah.
makes
But it's
it-
like what about that is real? Like you're basically like forcing yourself to be like I have to tell people this because that's when I'll get the reaction that I want. Because now it's like all right, people aren't gonna tell you that because of the situation. They're not telling you that because 2 weeks later they're gonna check on you again and see how you're
Yeah.
doing. Like they're not.
they're not.
So like now you're just back to being like dwelling on it, and that's gonna make you think about the situation even more. Because like all right, I know if
Now
I
you
break,
like I can't wait till
yeah.
next
So
year
it's like
again,
you get into like this rotation of like
Comparing
I
the
have to think about it over and over just because I know it's gonna get me attention.
Yeah, it's become a part of my personality. It's a part of my
Yeah.
life. You know, that's why I think a lot of people with like things that's happened to them, like like shit that they grew up with, and like things that has happened to them. You know, they walk around with this sticker. I'm a survivor of something, and cool, but if you're just outwardly saying it all the time, you're making that part of your personality.
Yeah.
Like that's
You're
part of
gonna
who
become
you are.
that thing that you already
Yeah,
overcame.
that bad thing that you can't stop thinking about, and you literally can't stop thinking about it because now you're known as
That's what you are.
yeah, that's what you are now. You made that a part of your
But
whole.
my thing is, who else are you going to become after that? What are you going to become after
Yeah.
overcoming that?
Yeah.
You're just going to become the person that overcame that? You're not going to just
that's
keep
nothing.
continuing to live and see what else is out there
Nah,
for you?
Yeah, I feel like that shit becomes like a crush to you
Yeah.
because now it's like you live in that, and all you thinking about is like you use it as an excuse basically for something. Like so, like if something going wrong, it's like damn, I went through this, I went through that, and it's all hitting me right now. Like so that's why I did this, and that's why I'm not doing that. Like
What's that movie about that sick girl with the mom who made her take drugs and would use her, and she was like in a wheelchair, but she wasn't really sick.
oh, that's a TV show. I forgot the name of it. It was on Hulu though. I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
No, that's
Based
not
on
real
a
life.
true story?
That was
It
Britney
was-
Spears.
No.
Oh.
It was. I mean, hey, bro.
Hey, real shit.
I wouldn't put it past them.
I know what you're
It's
talking
called
about though.
Babysitter. No, it's not. It's called. What's the girl's name? Do you know the girl's name?
No, but
her name?
she like bald hair. Like she
Yeah,
has like bald hair.
Based on a true
glasses.
story? Or
It's
is
based
just-
on a true story. It happened in Shreveport, I think.
Yeah.
Somewhere
What?
in
In the
Yeah,
Louisiana.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, that's crazy.
this girl, I gotta remember this. This girl was born with a disease, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she was a kid, and her mom was taking care of her. And when she was when she was young, the mom used to get so much like attention. She would get grants. She would get she would win like pageant shows because she's wheeling around this sick kid, and they would always vote for the sick kid because you got to. And she was, I think she had cancer or something like that. And so then, like the mom started mooching off of that so much to the point where she stopped having a job. She was making all her money and all her shit from charity, from the community around her, and people were just propping, her up. And so then when it came time for the girl to grow up and actually like overcome this disease, and she was getting better, she like wasn't sick. Like she wasn't sick anymore. But her mama made her stay in a wheelchair, and her mama made
Dog,
her.
that's
Her mama
crazy.
would shave her head, or she would
What?
give her some shit to make her not be able to grow hair. And then she would also give her Xanax all the time so that she literally would seem retarded in public because she was on Xanax. So people thought she was like slow and retarded, had cancer, all kind of shit. And but for a long, but the girl knew she wasn't. Like she would go home and the drugs would wear off, and she would be in her room like walking, and like her mom would catch her walking and whoop her ass. Like she couldn't be healthy even if she wanted to. Her mom was destroying her. Like her teeth were falling out. She was
Yeah.
messing with her health so bad. She was so skinny. And eventually, the girl just had went crazy and killed her mom at the end of it.
Bro, what?
Yeah, she killed her.
She really killed her
like,
mom
Yeah,
in real life?
actually,
Cause like
yeah,
she
this happened in
fell
real
in
life.
love. She fell in love.
She
with,
fell
like,
in
this
love with
dude.
somebody on a chat room. She like started like sex chatting with this dude online, and the dude online was like, he was a fucking nutcase too. He was a crazy kid, and like they're both like just crazy fucked up children, and they, telling each other, I don't know what to do. My mom, she does this to me. She every time I try, she whoops my ass and ties me. It's like her mom would tie her up in the basement and have her hanging like this, and then feed her drugs. So she was like literally couldn't even run away. And then so the dude on the that she was talking to was just like, let's kill her because he was nuts.
Yeah.
And, yeah, he was already
He was
nuts.
waiting on this
Yeah,
opportunity.
he was like, let's kill her. And then so he came over and
Let's
they killed her. And she like stabbed her mom, and the dude pulled up, and they ended up trying to run away, but they got caught. And fucking moral of the story. But like the woman got obsessed, and that was like her only means of getting, like, making a way in life is by using her child. And in her mind, she justified it because it's paying the bills. Just play the part.
That's her source of income.
It's our
At
source
this
of
point,
income.
that's her
Yeah.
job.
Yeah, I mean, like,
to
and then
be
she
your
tells the
mom.
girl, "Do you want to eat? If you want to eat, then you got to take these drugs too. If you want to eat, you got to play sick. If you want to eat, you can't be a normal girl." And so that was like the whole. It was a crazy fucking story. What was it called, man? It was big.
But my thing is, bro, when you've been doing something for that long, and then it's time to get off it, it's really like a drug, bro. At that point,
Yeah, it's part of your
like you've
personality.
been doing it for so long, it's gonna be damn near impossible to get off that because you don't even know what to do. You didn't build up any skills.
Yeah.
You ain't been going to school. You ain't been.
It's so natural to you. You
You
don't
ain't
think
learn
about
no
it no
trade.
more.
Like
Yeah.
you know, what are the opportunities you gonna get once your daughter is healed up?
Gypsy Rose
Like,
Blanchard. That was her
it's
name,
crazy,
Gypsy
son.
Rose. The mom was named Dee Dee.
So, like, do y'all think stuff like that can kind of relate to what's going on now, as far as like the way that the government been handing out money and like
It kinda
handing out this unemployment benefits and stimulus, and
sits
it's
people
kind of
in
like
the ass.
it's kind of
Yeah,
like
because a lot of
programming
people.
people.
A lot of people.
It's been what the
definitely
Republicans have been
not
saying
wanting to
about
go back to
welfare
work
for
because of
years.
that. Like a lot of people just been avoiding work because of that, like purposely.
Yeah.
But it's like once it's done, now what?
But
You
then,
gotta
but then
just
you
hate
don't
the
even
government for
realize,
not
like,
giving
people.
you money anymore. Like when you feel like you deserve it when you really don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and people think they're invincible too. They're like, I'm just gonna sit on my ass for 3 months, and when it's time, when the money runs out, I'm gonna just get up and start being the most responsible person ever. Like, no, it's the thing you gotta practice.
It's not like an on and off like
Yeah,
switch.
you can't just start. Like, you don't realize, like, you lose your drive, you lose everything.
Like if you stop doing shit for like a week, bro, it's so hard to get back in that groove. Like that's
trust
why you
me.
gotta when you get that momentum, keep it, son.
yeah.
It's like moving a boulder, bro.
Oh no! Whenever COVID first happened and I was like shut down, like they shut the restaurant down. I lost my job. Like literally, I had no job. I was getting unemployment. And I was sitting on my ass. I think the first month, like, drove me crazy. Like honestly,
Right.
I was like trying to run around my whole like neighborhood to do stuff. I just was like trying to think of other things I could do, and like eventually, there wasn't much to do other than shit. We was doing a podcast. It's a big driver with a lot of shit that we did. A lot of shit that we did in 2020 was because we didn't have we was trying to figure out like something to like some meaning, some purpose. So we were all losing our jobs. That shit really, I mean, we started doing this a lot more, and I mean, shit, that's awesome. But at the same time, like I remember when it was time to get back to work, I was super excited to do it. But I really did feel like just the I just didn't care. Like I let my hair grow out so much. I started getting fatter, and I didn't care about any of it. I was like a couch potato, and I was like, what's the point? Like every time I thought about doing something, I was like, what's the fucking even the point? Like I'm getting all this money from unemployment. What's the point of even
Exactly.
like why even wake up early?
And that's the fucked
Like
up part.
I would be like, Jacob, you're gonna wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning. I would wake up and then be like, why? Like what am I doing? Like what do I do now? And then just like go back to
I
sleep.
can make the same amount if I just stay in bed.
Yeah, I mean, and so like, and I consider myself a pretty motivated, hard-working individual, like my whole life, and that I'll be honest with you, it took me off track. I can imagine just like I just don't understand how people just pretend like they're invincible, like they could just go off track and they think that one day they're just gonna wake
It's
up
gonna
and
wake up and it's gonna be all
and
back
have
to
all the
normal,
drive
back
that
in
they
stride, doing
yeah.
everything I wanted to do.
No, like you hurt yourself, bro. Like if you go into that shit and you know you don't like you don't create a reward center for yourself, it's not gonna work. Your body works off rewards and serotonin and and hormones that literally tell you when you did a good job or not. Imagine you just playing a video game for hours and hours and hours and you don't pass any checkpoints, you don't get any extra tokens or you don't level any swords up or anything like that, and you just playing the game. I'm like, dude, I don't want to fucking play this no more. I'm not getting anything.
Yeah.
But
So-
yeah, bro.
Yeah, I mean, why did we start talking about that?
I don't know because we were talking about that lady who was giving her kids drugs.
Oh, because we were talking
I
about
just
people
wanted to see if y'all
who.
thought if people were getting dependent on the government or like for handouts and stuff,
It is.
and it's affecting their work ethic.
It's the person. It's really the person because I had to tell myself. I had to tell myself that there is more purpose and like people have strong faith and have like that answer to a higher power. I mean, I don't want to point them out specifically. I mean, you could be whoever you want, but those sort of people, for example, so it's kind of like when everything else in life kind of like goes away, you kind of still have that purpose and you try to go after it like that, but like it's really up to the individual to like have their own like purpose that exists no matter what's going on in their life. And so yeah, I mean, that's why I've never really like we've been said it plenty of times on the podcast. The government, I mean, try to stay out of our lives, but you can really just do what you want because I'm gonna sit here and preach the word of the individual. We like if we have strong individuals in this country, our government doesn't have any power and no system has any power because we don't have to abide by it. The only reason you abide by the system is because you're weak and you rely on it to take you places. And we all fall to it. So it's not like I'm pointing a person out. I mean, we all have our weaknesses because we were born into the system. It's something that we're just like accustomed to. It's like we're born into this weakness. We learn how to be weak. It's part of just what happens like in life and growing up under under any sort of system. Honestly, I can't think of anywhere you can go where that doesn't happen. But it's up to you to like figure that out and not fall victim to that. I mean, they can do whatever they want. I mean, shit. Have welfare, have unemployment, have.
So you think that Louisiana should open up 100%?
Yeah, I think so. I want to. I mean,
I don't know why we ain't do it already, bro. The positivity rate is at 1% now.
Nice.
In damn near every parish.
Yeah, I'm fucking with it. Let's open it up, dude. I mean, because
That's not
here's
even
the
counting
thing.
people who got sick. That means it's well below 1% on people who sick, people who dying. So
I ain't even keeping up with the numbers, bro.
it's like, bro,
The numbers have been
what
looking.
else are we waiting on?
The numbers have been great for a long time. The only number that people have been freaking out about is the cases rate. the cases that go up all the time whenever they decide
It's
to start.
always gonna go up.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to tell people. It was
It's
funny
not gonna
because
never go down.
dude, the news is so funny the way they fearmonger people because literally they would be like, this is a record high number
How
of
else can it be a
death
record?
or cases, and I'm just saying, like when somebody dies, they don't undie, so the number's never gonna go down. So
Right.
every time somebody dies,
It's not like
it's
you
a
got
record.
another game
Yeah.
tomorrow. Like you can break the record tomorrow.
It just resets to 0 the next
Right.
day.
This is the most people that ever
Bro,
die of the
bro,
COVID.
bro,
like,
bro,
yeah.
Bro, you know, right now, like this is the most people who have ever died ever.
Yeah, in the world.
Oh.
More people have died
Like
on
ever, no,
Earth.
like ever in the existence of everything.
Yeah.
Wait,
Right now.
This just in. It's right now. Now.
I heard tomorrow even more people are gonna die.
Oh, they're gonna break the
shit.
record tomorrow?
Yeah, they're gonna break the record that they just broke just now.
Like just like nah.
Yeah.
I wonder how long that's gonna last.
I wonder how long that's gonna last.
I wonder if that's gonna change by the end of this sentence.
But nah, I'm glad Texas and Mississippi did that, bro.
Yeah, open it up.
We start following that.
Yeah, because everybody has everybody's like, no, we're not supposed to open. Like all year, they've been like, no, we're supposed to do these lockdowns. We're supposed to wear masks. Blah blah blah. The problem is the reason why we have all these cases and these deaths and blah blah blah, blah is because people ain't doing it right.
Oh my God.
And I'm
tired of
like,
hearing
bro,
that.
you can't. Like, what do
Even
you
if we
mean
all
people
did
ain't
it
doing it
perfectly,
right?
bro.
Every store is mandated with a mask. Everybody wears the fucking mask because they have to. Because nobody's telling them they can't. I mean, nobody's telling them they don't have to. We all going into the stores and we all wearing masks and we're doing what we're supposed to do. There's nothing else you
I think
can.
the only thing else that you could do is get someone or something to like patrol and make sure
Like a
everybody's
hard-
enforcing.
And
it.
at that point,
quarantine, yeah,
and at
like
that
if-
point, I
like
say
robot
fuck
dogs.
no.
Yeah.
Exactly. And at that point, that's when we say fuck no because that's too much.
Yeah.
It's too fucking much, bro.
That'd be crazy.
For 99.9% survival rate, that's too much.
Yeah.
No, you're not gonna
I
have
have to see if
robot
it was
dogs.
like really like a solid 2%. Then that's kind of high.
Yeah.
Like we need to be following the rules then.
But I
But
mean,
like once you get to
2%.
5%, it's like yeah, y'all need to really be on your
Yeah,
shit.
go home.
I mean, yeah. I mean, but like,
But below 1%, bro, come on.
but okay. Let's say people do like in a 5% mortality rate in a virus like this, and say we already have 2 million people dead or something like that. What is the worst penalty that a person should get for like being outside, like just walking down the street or going like in a public place that you're not supposed to have it?
$10,000 fine.
Damn.
That's 5%, bro.
Damn.
That's high. Because if you thinking right now you at 200,000 at like 1%, yeah, then you had about 1 million. So with 5%,
Yeah. I mean, I guess I don't
I
really
say-
know.
I say you get bit by the robot dogs.
you get bit by it with mechanical teeth.
Them boys not letting
Over
go.
with.
I don't think they have mouths. I think they're just supposed to truck you. I think because they just have they don't have like a face. They just have like a body right there with arms. I think they're supposed to just run into your ass.
Yes, if 1 million people die and you walk down the street like you don't give a fuck, you don't need to be here. Or you need to run me some money for that. And then you gonna
Or we
learn.
could just line up like 1,000 people with paintball guns and have them run across the field.
Why?
It's just the nature of it.
Wait,
though,
no,
I feel like.
why? Why?
Wait. Huh?
Why would they do? What would that do?
Like who first on?
So you saying what should be the penalty?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and 1,000 people.
For the one person who did it?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't say that. You didn't say
Damn.
that.
Oh, so line up 1,000 people with paintball guns and then have that one person run across.
I thought you were shooting 1,000 people.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like when you said it.
I literally said I'd have 1,000 people with paintball guns and had one person run. Had that person
Yeah,
run
you
across.
ain't say all that.
I definitely said that.
Have
We're
one
gonna run it
person.
back. We're gonna run it
across.
back and see.
Had that person run across
We got
a field, and then just let
everybody.
everybody just have at them.
Oh, I
That'd
don't
be
think
fun.
you said to have
But
that.
we would have to be wearing masks. The paintball
He
shooters,
didn't.
right?
You know
I
he
think he
said
was
that.
just running across the field. I'm like, why?
So this man about to go run across butt naked.
Not shirt, shorts.
Shorts.
Draws?
Because the dress
it's
code.
not gonna, it ain't gonna kill him. But now he know in the back of
It
his
might.
mind.
It might kill him.
I mean,
It might,
Good.
it might change his
It
mind.
pretty much
it
anything.
might change his mind though.
I changed my mind. I want to wear a mask.
I can wear this mask.
Okay, what do y'all get?
So that wouldn't
Anybody got
that
a
wouldn't
mask?
change your
No.
mind? That wouldn't change your mind, bro. If you knew that if you didn't wear a mask, you gonna get shot at least about 3,000 times.
At least.
Bro, you dying. You getting shot by 3,000 paintballs? That's a long ass time to be getting shot.
You better inhale so much pain. You better be high out of your mind.
You don't look like
I bet you wear that mask though.
So you guys are against robot dogs.
Oh yeah, facts.
So y'all don't see any benefits in them?
Why not? Why not?
Unless they're big enough for you to ride, bro. No.
Nah, cause they no.
I feel like I feel like it's I think in a way it's helpful.
No.
In what way?
Because-
I want to hear this because I know why y'all don't think it's helpful. Because I agree.
You
I
ever
don't
heard of
think so either.
USB flash drives?
But oh yeah, it's true.
You
But
just
why?
plugging the program into them hoes.
Because I feel like
Just upload me,
it takes the physical interaction between a cop and that like criminal or whoever. It takes that away, and it decreases the chance of our
Any
police
manipulation.
yeah, like police killings and stuff like that.
Human
Where
error.
if somebody's doing something wrong, that robot dog that has a camera or whatever attached to him, like he takes a picture of the situation, I guess, or like you can get video from it probably, and just they could send a ping to that specific location, and it's more like it's more of a situation where you got that person on like visual.
So the person's gonna stand there and wait for the cop to get there?
No, but I'm just saying, like, that's more of like instead of that person, are you interacting with the cop and they doing, they doing something wrong, and then boom, like always, that person ends up getting killed instead of just.
But it's
All
like
right.
so you're saying the cop has time to review the footage.
I'm
As they're
saying
going
that's
to
just
the
like
location.
I'm saying that's just like if somebody robs a bank or robs like a gas station or something, and they got them on camera, boom, you got you got that suspect. So like not saying like just robbing a gas station or whatever. Now it's like if something like publicly like people are like publicly doing something like illegal or whatever. That just
you
so
just-
like
Instead
I'm
of
saying the
yeah.
cop has time to review it
So-
and make sure it's that person.
Not even that. Like
Like what you trying to say? Like what's the?
I'm trying to say that it can help as far as like all right, like it just
It's just
everything
a walking security camera. Is what you're saying?
basically.
yeah, instead of that being a cop, because if it's a cop has a chance to shoot him. But if it's a robot
But I'm
dog,
saying so now y'all saying that a cop will have a chance to look at the footage and be like, yeah,
Regardless-
this is the right person.
Yeah, but
not even,
regardless,
though, like,
but like
What I'm
regardless,
saying, you have footage, but who's gonna arrest them? The
At what
dog
point-
ain't gonna arrest
yeah,
them.
at
no,
Yeah,
but,
I
but
mean-
he's just saying though it's safer though now because that's not a cop that's able to be there and shoot him.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but once they get that footage, I'm saying, so like, how are we still gonna eliminate
If
the
the
human
guy
error?
is guilty,
'Cause the
how do
cop
you arrest
still
him?
has to go. Somebody has to still put him in handcuffs. So I'm saying the cop now has time to look at the camera footage and be like, oh, so he really did commit a crime, and this is who it is, and I need to go arrest him.
I feel like instead of
How does the dog change the interaction? Like what?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you still got to arrest him.
because in it like
I
it
guess
doesn't change it that much realistically,
Yeah.
honestly, but like instead of being like in that heat of the moment type of situation, like that cop now has an opportunity, like he knows what happened, like you said, like
Yeah,
he can
that's what I was
assess
trying
it.
to see. Like,
Yeah.
Is that
He-
what y'all was trying to say?
He knows going into it.
Yeah.
That doesn't change the suspect. The suspect can still be sus and make the cop scared,
Right,
even though he's a
right,
cop.
right.
He shouldn't be scared,
So
but
what if this-
and shoot him. But yeah,
What did the suspect
okay,
run from the
okay.
dog?
that's when that footage comes in handy because now you have
Can
that.
the
You
dog just
have
chase
you
him and
have
keep
it.
recording?
You know, but I'm saying
Until he stops.
you
I don't
have
know how the
that.
dogs work.
They can locate the
But I'm
dog.
saying, obviously, if they have it set up to where it's like a camera on the dog, you can obviously get that information from the dog, like from that robot. So like the person running away and all that has nothing to do with it because eventually you're gonna catch that person because you have them on footage. You have their like, and I'm pretty sure they probably have like
The face ID.
yeah, Face ID stuff on there where you can.
Oh my god.
You knew he was coming?
Yeah,
I had no idea.
Well, I told him to pull up
Oh.
earlier.
So
And he was like,
man,
he was about to get off.
Whoever
we
that
were
is,
just
I
stuck.
felt bad for him. We about to whoop
I was about to destroy
Yeah.
whoever was trying to walk up into the
But nah, I feel like that just kind
You
of helps
scared
as
me.
far as like, cause all it does
Join
at
the
that point is turn
podcast.
into investigation, cause now you're trying to find the suspect. So just like in any other criminal situation,
and
where
they
like
have a search
they,
warrant and all of that
Yeah.
shit, right?
so like
Okay.
I feel like it just takes away that like that first interaction of like, all right, because normally, bro, whenever somebody's doing something wrong, they're like your first thing is to, oh God, I don't want to get caught. So it's like now in that situation, all right, boom, I can run away from the dog, but now it's like you on edge of just waiting to like, all right, if they're gonna catch me or not. And I feel like that's safer than if you doing something right then and the cop catch you, because now you're running from the cop. Cops get upset because they gotta sit there and fucking chase you when they like you know what I'm saying? Like,
Somebody
you know,
gonna
yeah.
beat your ass
So
for
now
making
it's
that
like
noise.
that just heightens it up because now they're
Right.
getting aggravated in the situation instead of, all right, boom, he did this. Now
I feel
we
like
know
it
who
could
did
be
it.
somewhat helpful,
Yeah.
but it could be.
I mean, I know at the end of the day, you still
I know ways it could go wrong.
physical, like
Yeah.
for certain scenarios, you still need physical like cops there for it. But I feel like it's helpful as far as like a neighborhood watch thing where it's like, boom, the dogs are like, you know what I'm saying, patrolling the area, and if something going on, they catch that. And so now instead of making it a big like dramatic thing where it's like, all right, the cop was in the wrong. Now you have that footage automatically of, okay, that person did something wrong, so that's why they're getting arrested.
And they could kind of have like little algorithms that like say like when you see like two people standing next to each other and then they do like this weird little handshake, this quick little handshake, you kind of like you put those pieces together in an algorithm to kind of like
But
to take the video and then send it over to the police station.
Yeah,
And see.
but I feel like they would only use those for like areas of high criminalization anyway. Like I feel like
Yeah,
it
at
wouldn't
first.
be. Yeah, I feel like it wouldn't be something that's just a gate in the community. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if anything, it's just like a deterrent. Like you
Yeah.
see that dog, so you're not gonna do the bad shit now. Like
Yeah, like that can also help with that too. Like
What if
people
it's
have to be
just
fucking
gross?
more discreet with what they're doing.
So what if people like steal the dog?
that would be
that's
that
what
would,
I'm thinking. It's gonna happen.
unless that person can hack it. I feel like that's the
Fuck that
dumbest thing you could
motherfucker.
possibly do.
Because they definitely tracking it. But
They definitely gonna have. They definitely have full
Bro,
track.
it's definitely
yeah.
gonna have like
Dog tracking on
in
that.
its fist. It's gonna have like nails
Right.
that just stick into the ground when you try to grab it. That bitch ain't going nowhere.
That'd be crazy.
We're talking about the robot dogs.
be patrolling. The new
Yeah,
cops.
Massachusetts.
Like the one you watched the one on Black
First
Mirror.
place to have it.
Yeah, I remember Black Mirror.
Yeah, but they making
feel like we need more,
Boston
like,
Dynamics
aware-
is making
like,
like
we
a
need to be
little
more aware of that.
like
People
a,
really-
they're making a weak version.
Yeah, but
They don't got all the
I think it
abilities
might be
from the
just,
Black
like,
Mirror
safer
one.
for like.
Ability.
At least, yeah, like it's
God,
more than just
man.
not like killing people. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, and then it
Because
just fucking blew
criminals,
up at the end.
criminals are criminals, but do criminals all
I
criminals
was
deserve
like,
to die? No.
That bitch is
So it's like, why not just? Yeah, that just adds like a different like factor, like element. It makes it kind of at least like safer to where like you're gonna end up getting that person regardless.
Exactly.
So why not? Why even like it's not? You know what I'm saying? I think it's safer for people, certain people. Like
They gonna be shooting at the dog for sure though.
I was definitely like way on the like, no, we should not do this side, but then after you explained, I feel like I'm kind
Like if you could really
of
limit it
on
like
that
that.
side, but I'm kind of still.
yeah,
I mean, honestly, and like then when that opens up the possibility of more ideas. Like, what if like we just have like
Yeah,
little
that's my thing.
like
yeah.
little cop
Yeah.
Teslas though, like little
Nah, it's
cars, like self-driving cars that just walk
See.
around and be like little like driving speed traps, like that'll just catch people's
That's
speed
fucked
limit and
up.
shit.
That's
Yeah.
terrible.
That's so fucked up.
That'd
mean,
be
market
fucking
for
annoying,
sure.
bro.
It would, yeah. People would want that.
And I'm not giving out any
Some people.
ideas
People
because
already, you gotta think
they
people
thought about
already
this already. I know they did.
Because they feel like serial feds.
Huh?
They already feel like they always getting always got surveillance.
Oh yeah, Siri spelled backwards is
We
Iris.
definitely do.
Right. So I feel like that would just nobody be okay.
Jared's like, oh wait.
Pupil spelled backwards is little pup.
Oh.
The dogs we were just talking about.
The pup.
Oh man, that's not good.
That's not
But
good.
yeah, how much time we got?
We at an hour right now. An hour.
Let's get through these. So did y'all know that Drake dropped?
Yeah.
Y'all peeped it yet?
Yeah, apparently he had on Valentine's Day he had sex.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice. Okay.
I was proud of him.
He said okay, like
A
y'all
lot.
was waiting for that.
Yeah.
All right, bro. So I had sex. On
Hey, y'all been
I was
asking.
wondering so bad.
Or he was like waiting for a long time to finally have sex, and he was just super hype about that shit.
Yeah,
Guess what, y'all?
Probably did.
You think Drake has trouble getting bitches nowadays?
I don't think that's the case. I feel like
I think he's picky.
I feel like he's stupid
I
bitch.
feel like bro,
Yeah.
you Drake.
He's probably picky as
Right.
well.
You gotta,
can't just
you
fuck
can't just,
anybody.
It can't just be anybody.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be the reason a lot of these
Honestly,
people
the
chance-
kind of girl that Drake likes almost doesn't exist a lot.
No,
Like the waist to ass, the waist to ass ratio that you need to like for Drake to want to fuck with you. You see the girls he fucks with, they asses be huge and they waist is so small.
his baby mama, dog.
His baby
Yes.
mama, bro, them bitches don't exist like that.
Don't.
I can see why he accidentally did that.
He didn't. I don't think it was accidental.
He just
I
didn't
mean,
pull out.
he was just like,
pull
fuck
out.
it.
I mean,
Like that.
You're like, fuck it, just.
Fuck it, I got bread.
it's as accident as
I can afford a
girl going
couple.
to a tiny party.
Oh,
Damn.
nah, I'm not.
You are.
Yeah, you
tripping.
tripping.
He is
No way
tripping.
he said that.
No way.
Oh, God.
Man said accident.
I don't think it was an accident.
Another voice.
It was both accidents. What's the problem?
Mark Phillips.
Oh,
Drake, he didn't mean to do that. He said he was an accident.
Also, Drake got washed by Lil Baby on his own song.
Man,
Baby did,
You
right?
think
now.
so?
Baby washed him. Pretty good verse. The one with Ross, y'all like that one, that lemon pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was every time Ross and Drake link, it's
I
always a
think-
in
smooth.
case y'all forgot how fat Rick Ross is, he drops a freestyle to remind you.
I think that's just like a sponsorship because you know he got
The
ownership in
Wingstop.
Wingstop.
yeah.
with the
But
lemon pepper,
also,
too.
bro, I think that
Yeah.
Why he didn't do
He should
a
just
honey
get,
barbecue freestyle?
like
Same.
we shouldn't even call lemon pepper no more. Just call it Rick Ross.
So you think we should call lemon pepper? His man say he think we should call lemon pepper wings Rick Ross.
Rick Ross?
Let me
Call it Rick Ross?
Piece Rick Ross.
Why would you call it Rick Ross when lemon pepper is what it is?
Because
It's
bro,
not Rick Ross. It's
bro,
lemon pepper.
without Rick Ross, bro, it wouldn't even be remotely as popular.
That's so cap.
That's not
That's why I feel like you tripping, son. So many rappers been talking about it.
I ain't never heard
just
Rick
Rick
Ross.
Ross.
I ain't never heard a single nigga. I didn't even know what lemon pepper was until Rick Ross said
What about
lemon
you?
pepper.
There's a lot of people like that. I agree with you, but I don't think like
That
Lemon
lemon
Pepper
pepper
is
song
fire
ain't gonna
already.
reach nearly the heights that lemon from Gucci hit. Lemon.
Bro.
But that's
I can't even
lemonade.
fucking talk
What are you
right now.
talking about? That's
But
two
then in the
different
background
things.
they're saying lemon pepper.
Lemon pepper. He never said lemon pepper.
He's just gonna try to slide.
with the cheese cup.
The blue cheese.
Nah.
Dog, how long would you think Rick Ross invented flavored wings?
Yeah. Rick Ross invented lemons.
So, hold up. Lemon.
He
Lemon
invented
pepper
lemon.
too.
He invented lemon pepper.
Lemon and pepper,
How
right?
y'all feel about LaMelo Ball?
I like it.
He's been.
Fire.
Yeah,
Rookie
nigga.
of the year?
I saw this already. What?
Who else would it be?
Hands down. It's not even close.
You think
Who?
It's not even close.
Wait, you think
It's
LaMelo's
it's between LaMelo and
him and
Anthony.
Halliburton?
I was gonna say Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, him and Anthony
Obi
Edwards.
Toppin been balling. They actually
Anthony
the Knicks
Edwards
are
is-
succeed. He just
Average. Halliburton been balling more
He
than
has
Anthony
not been
Edwards,
balling
bro.
like that.
Yeah,
Well,
but LaMelo Ball has it.
The
I think
Melo
LaMelo
Ball all
has it, too.
around is doing way better than Anthony Edwards.
Melo Ball has it, but he's always been a baller though.
Yeah.
What I like,
Pun
You
intended.
know, well, people always try to downplay him for
Yeah.
what he was doing, but it's like
especially when he went
I
to
already
like,
He was
I
still
knew
young.
that, bro, since he was like a
You
like
could see,
his
bro.
once
You
he
could
like
see,
once he got to his like that's like his 15, 16-year-old like
Yeah.
year of
The
his
junior
life, bro.
year, yeah.
He
That's when
was
he
like
hit that
you.
growth spurt,
That's when
too.
it was like you knew that it was gonna happen because, bro, like people was like, oh, he don't take the game serious, blah blah. He's so nonchalant, like he not, you know what I'm saying? Like when he gets to the NBA, he ain't gonna be able to handle, like he ain't gonna be able to do half of that. But it's like, bro, I'm like, am I? Like I was always telling people, I was like, bro, it looks like that because he's not playing for real. Like he's able to go out there and just do this with them because it's not like, you know what I'm saying? It's easy for him.
Exactly.
Like he been playing with niggas 6, 7 years older than him all his life. So it's like all he been doing is playing with grown men. So it's like when he was 12, 13, he playing
He was
high
playing
school ball with
varsity.
high school ball with his brothers.
Mm-hmm.
He turned 16. He's playing professional ball against grown men.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was
He
always
always played
playing.
up.
Yeah,
He
he
always
always
still
played.
did good.
Yeah. And so like he was doing that, bro, not even taking the game really serious in my opinion. So it's like I knew once he got to the league, bro, he was gonna take it serious because now it's like it's that time. Yeah.
But
like,
the thing is, he still does it with like that playful energy that he's been
Yeah.
doing it with. Like he's still out
Yeah.
there like joking around, having fun and shit. Like that's his game. Like that's how it is. They try to
Yeah.
clown him for that, but
bro,
It's working for him.
exactly,
His
yeah.
teammates love him, bro, because he passes the ball so
Yeah.
well. Son.
Facts.
Bro.
And another thing I
think
like,
it's real?
I feel like he's making Lonzo play better, son.
Yes, bro. Like
Because
he
Lonzo been
pushes
showing out now.
because they
son.
all push each other. Like,
Exactly. Yeah, they've been balling together.
that's
on
why
their
they've been
side.
trying to get them all on the same team for so long.
That would be
son.
cool. Yeah.
Because when you play with somebody for that long and you lose it, it's like, bro, like that was the reason why I played this sport. Like it's because I was with my family, like on the like court.
Yeah.
And when you lose that, you kind of lose that drive, bro. That
What are you
passion.
doing?
Yeah. So y'all heard the people on TikTok? Oh, y'all on TikTok?
Oh my god.
Son, y'all heard this people? People on TikTok been trying to cancel Eminem.
Oh shit! I heard
Oh
about that.
no, not Eminem.
First of all,
Bro,
Eminem was
TikTok
fucking
is
up way
just think
before
they can just
cancel
come out
culture.
and cancel anybody. Son.
Eminem was fucking up long before
What they
cancel
mad
culture.
That's
about
what I'm
on
saying.
TikTok?
Like,
You can't just decide to do it now.
He's immune to cancel.
I'm saying
He's been tried too many
canceled
times.
long ago.
Very, very long ago.
But TikTok's new to the game. They gotta realize, like Twitter tried
Like,
it.
wait,
Twitter
hold
tried
on.
it.
Who is this and why is he not canceled yet?
Who is?
Who is Eminem?
Why is he not canceled?
Everybody done tried to do it, bro.
Listen to this one from 2002.
Oh no!
Like, bro, what?
Bro, that's Eminem.
That's
bro.
why they can't play the office
What's
on
cancel
TV
culture?
no more.
That's like playing Jackass and being like, "Oh, these dudes are going nuts." Like, yeah, like,
It's on
what they
purpose.
do.
Wait, was that diss during cancel culture time when he dissed Mariah Carey? Y'all remember that shit?
Oh no, cancel culture
How long
like kind of
was
just
That was before
started.
that, though.
Yeah, that was,
Cancel culture started like 2015.
Is it
We're
why you saw
good.
that
at
shit?
it got bad like last year in the like
few
2019. It
years.
got bad.
Yeah.
Cancel culture.
Cancel culture?
Yeah. It wasn't as bad in 2015.
Agreed.
I think 2017 too. It was kind of getting crazy.
I only got mad when Chris D'Elia got canceled.
Because of the alleged texting with the underage girl or something.
Fucking dumb, dude. I read the text message.
And I read, yeah.
She said, "I'm 17," and he said, "You're too young. Bye." And he got canceled over just approaching her, like texting her in the first place.
You're right.
Oh, bro, it's so hard to tell.
You can't even text him.
Dog, you
He's
can't.
texting her to find out.
You can't win for losing. But that's just
Bro, you couldn't tell by just looking at her that she was 17.
But
should've
truly,
known
was he?
disgusting,
But
bro.
was he truly
can't tell
canceled because of that?
Yeah.
They like made that, like assumptions that like he was like still like grooming her. But he
Some
said, "You're
shit.
too young. I'm
And
not
he
fucking
said
with you."
bye.
And part of it was the fact that he kind of acted in that same role. Was that a show or a movie where Chris D'Elia was in, and he was kind of
Yeah, he was a pedophile. He was a pedophile in
Damn,
The
that's just
movie is
unfortunate.
called You. He was a pedophile in the movie.
Yeah.
That's just unfortunate.
And they kind of associated that with
Yeah,
him.
that's
They
like
tried to
that's
say
like-
coincidental.
Like he probably
coincidentally
just was
with
like,
that bullshit.
I gotta
Yeah,
take my.
that's so fucked
I shouldn't have took that role.
He shouldn't have took that role. Honestly, he had a perfectly good podcast that I love.
Okay, y'all, we're gonna wrap up the show. Let's get a little late. So let's go ahead and jump into the game and end it, cap it on off, man. Y'all already know we back at it again with the overrated or underrated.
You capping?
You feel me? What?
Oh.
You capping?
No. We just capping it up. We not
Oh,
capping. We not
Overrated, underrated, cinnamon toast crunch. Go.
Bro, don't even disrespect it like that, bro.
All right. Go.
capping. Nowadays, overrated.
What is that?
I used to eat it a lot as a kid, and then when I got like in high school, I tried to eat it again. And I was like, bro, I can't even do this.
You
no more.
played it out then.
Huh?
So you played it
Yeah.
out.
I used to really eat it for breakfast like every day in middle school. And then like one day I just was like, I'm getting too old for this.
Been too old.
Maybe tricks, but I don't know about cinnamon toast. Someone said,
I was like, this is
what if tricks is still in the shapes and we can't see it because we're older now?
Whoa.
Damn.
Right? Because tricks are for kids, yo.
That's crazy.
I ain't fucking with that.
That's like the vanilla effect, right?
What happened?
So who's next?
You overrated, underrated.
Overrated or underrated? Texas Coast Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Texas toast cinnamon crunch. Texas toast
I
cinnamon
thought
crunch.
we were talking about bro. We were just talking about Texas opening up, right?
That was a little wild.
Just?
Talking about like in the first 20 minutes? Yeah.
That must be one of them off-brand cereals that you get. And then you guys back.
And they come in the fucking shape of that Texas
the little
toast garlic
stars.
bread.
Texas Toast Crunch.
Bro, that's just garbage.
Ew. Garlic.
Imagine drinking. Wait, when you drink the garlic milk after?
Yeah, bro.
Somebody would get that shit. Somebody would buy that.
Yes. Oh, without a doubt. Bro.
They buying the Sour Patch Kids cereal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody
You
would buy
just
that.
drinking sour cereal.
Dog, that was disgusting.
Sour cereal, bro.
Sour Patch.
Fuck out of here.
I literally
Sour Patch cereal.
Yeah,
Sour
bro.
Patch
when
Kids
I tried,
Some of the shit they come up with, bro, is. And it's like, bro, it's like, who do they find to sit there and eat that shit and be like, yes, y'all should sell that. Oh, this will be a great idea. It's gonna kill the streets.
They gonna fuck it.
No, literally, it's gonna like ruin their stomachs. Like,
This will kill them. Get rid of the streets.
this will exterminate the streets.
Genocide.
Yeah, thanks. So anyway, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I think
How the
it's pretty
FDA
good.
approved that?
Like the FDA should have just looked at it and been like, I don't even.
I got me approved fucking vaccines. Okay.
We not even right. We over-
Just out.
What am I gonna investigate today? Johnson and Johnson vaccine or Sour Patch Kids
Sour Patch Kids.
or garlic milk?
Just tell them go ahead.
Man, see, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, it's underrated.
Some of the old who
No, I think it's overrated.
All right,
I also think it's overrated.
it's
Pretty overrated.
It's like top 3 cereals, but people
good.
act like it's top 0.
right. Like nobody can even compare to it.
Huh? No.
Okay, we got pizza.
Pizza,
Start with you.
overrated.
I'm gonna go have to.
I regret giving you that pizza yesterday.
Hey, that pizza yesterday was underrated though. I was drunk.
Hey, that changes
Nah, so
things.
you gotta
That
pick
pizza was
one.
Yeah.
all different.
I can't be underrated when you want it.
That does change.
Hey, look, I I guess
like
look,
when he's
home pizza underrated.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Pizza from a restaurant is overrated.
No, I was in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Home pizza be fine. You really made it?
Pizza,
He gonna talk about overrated? Nah, so y'all gotta fight. He talking about overrated?
And I was in there doing this.
He was chefing it, yo.
Nah, bro, you wrong
Chefing
for
at Red
that.
Berry.
Red Berry.
Chefing at Red Baron pizza.
Yeah.
If a nigga make the dough, bro, you can't be like that shit.
No matter how it comes.
Okay.
I think pizza is overrated, but it's still really good.
I think it's underrated, bro. I love pizza.
It's crazy. Wait, we all got the same opinion, but we just got different answers.
We all
That shit good, overrated. That shit good, underrated. Bro, this podcast is stupid.
I think it's overrated.
Damn, all y'all said overrated for this.
That shit good.
I ain't gonna lie, I would honestly prefer a home pizza over a to-go pizza.
Yeah, depending on which one it is, yeah.
Like,
You like that Little Caesars pretzel
I was
pizza?
about to say, rank all the pizza places. All the top pizza places.
bro, we
Domino's,
gotta-
Pizza,
Papa John's, number
Little
one.
Caesars. What else they got?
Pizza Hut, number
Hungry
2.
Howie's.
Oh, nah. Papa John's, Hungry Howie's, then it's Pizza Hut.
I forgot about Hungry Howie's.
Domino's is last.
Hungry Howie's
Domino's
got a
is
different
Little
flavor
Caesars.
crust.
Oh, nah. Little Caesars last. I ain't know we was counting Little Caesars. But it's like Domino's and Little Caesars, yeah.
I learned about it on vacation, and then I learned about it again.
Yeah, that's when I figured
Hungry,
out
it's
how
like
that was when I
Hungry
went somewhere
Howie's.
else.
Howie's
That
went
spicy
crazy.
Some
crust.
Marcos, bro. Marcos be busting
Oh yeah,
too,
Marco's
bro.
fire. I
But
forgot.
I only saw it here, bro. I ain't seen it
know what
nowhere
you
else.
I remember we used to put all our money together to get some Marcos.
I ain't never had it.
You never had Blaze Pizza?
Nope.
Neither.
Oh, Blaze go crazy. Whoa.
Elite.
Yeah.
Yes.
Y'all ever had lit pizza?
That's the same
It's the same
concept.
thing.
Yeah.
It's the same brand.
That's what I was about to ask if it was the same thing. But
Yeah,
yeah,
It's the same
that
brand.
shit fire,
Pizza
son.
and shit.
A
Yeah.
little small personal, yeah.
So if you throw Blaze, well, you haven't had it, so I guess you can't rank it. Have you had Blaze? Have you?
I feel like it's the same as lit though.
I guess we can't rank it.
Lit pizza.
What would you?
I don't
rank
even
it
know
in
what
that
any of
list?
that is.
Yeah,
Like
it's
you know,
number
it's
one.
like little
You-
personal
It's number one.
made,
Yeah.
Blaze?
Facts, yeah.
you
it
know,
has to be.
Subway
I
Chipotle
would do
type
that.
of concept.
Okay.
Type of pizza. You never
And
had
you just
nothing like that.
make it,
build
it's
it
kind
up.
of personal pizza, but like like at the gas station, what them things called?
No, it's a nice. It's a little bigger than a personal pizza. It's like one of these. Like a
It's
medium.
big.
It's a
It's
little smaller
it's
than a.
it's gonna fill you up.
Small.
Yeah, it's gonna fill
And
you
it's
up.
all. I think it's mostly thin crust. Like. So,
Yeah.
But you can put
And they
unlimited
put it
toppings
like
on
in that
bitch.
little oven.
Same cost.
You know, like the one
like I
that
need to.
the old school slow cook oven type of
Yeah,
shit.
the brick
Yeah.
brick oven, whatever it's called.
But yeah. WandaVision.
Underrated.
I don't even think. I don't think it's underrated or overrated. It's
I have
definitely.
to
It's
say
different.
under. I still didn't see the
It's just WandaVision.
Wait, you didn't see it yet?
No, it's
different.
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
It's so
crazy.
hard.
Yeah, I was in nothing.
I would say I don't know. I would say that it's neither because everybody fuck with it. Like everybody that watches.
Even that one episode I watched with y'all was like, this show is pretty fire.
Was it the first one?
But I
it's the
can't
last
tell
one.
if it's
You watched the
underrated.
last
Watch the finale.
I'm not
Why would you do that
surprised.
to yourself?
Because I'm not gonna go back and watch it.
Yeah.
But you got to understand the MCU. It's part of the. It's all canon.
MC who?
you?
What university that
MC
is?
Hammer?
Michigan Central?
MCU.
Oh,
Universe, not university.
Oh, this is Michigan Central University, MCU.
Yeah.
Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I thought you was talking about
Oh.
MU, Monsters University.
See, that's why I ain't gonna go back and watch it. I don't even know who MCU is.
but yeah, I don't think it's neither honestly because it's like it's just overall love.
Yeah.
So
It's got a good like little
I
concept I
gotta,
could tell.
I gotta say underrated because like honestly, a lot of people.
I just want to say,
giving it a chance.
I just want to say that before the show ever came out,
Is that? Oh my bad.
that girl was an underrated character in the MCU.
100%.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, who is she? Because I feel like I
she
never really
did.
seen
She
her.
almost whooped Thanos on her fucking own just because she was mad. Yeah.
Now, honestly, of course, Captain Marvel would have done it too. I don't know why they ain't never give her that opportunity straight up. Because we all know Captain Marvel would have washed Thanos. Scarlet Witch almost washed Thanos.
Thanos a bitch.
Yeah, that's what we was talking about that with D-Wayne. Cause like it was it's like
Thanos is just right place, right time.
And it's crazy though, bro. Cause like the original, bro, like, and that's why like the MCU is shit gonna get only crazier because the original like people that we like that people grew up and loved, like the regular Avengers, bro, all of them, like as far as like power and stuff like that, are like nothing compared to everybody else. That's up like that's
I
after
cannot
them.
wait till
like
we have
it's not even
Doom
close.
in the movie.
It's not even close.
I
bro.
want Doom in the movie.
That's why I think Doom is gonna be involved in this upcoming like series. It's either gonna be him, Magneto, or Silver Surfer.
Like I'm tired of.
I feel like it is.
They gonna make Captain America look like a fucking little girl. No.
That's the new Captain America.
Huh?
Anthony Mackie.
I think he's talking about Captain Marvel.
No, I'm talking about. I'm just saying when we start to see these new powers from these big name like that people don't know about that got like the real powers in the MCU, like from the comics, like Doom and them, and then fucking just the X-Men. I mean, there's so many characters outside of the Avengers. The Avengers are just the most watered down version of all the like different crazy shit that happens in them comics.
That's what they just got past though, and that's why I feel like, and that's why they did them first because
that set the groundwork.
To get you got your storyline, you got everybody invested, and now you got all these characters that are way stronger, way
Captain
more
America
insane,
literally.
and so but bro, I think it's gonna be one of those three, either Magneto, Doom, or Silver Surfer. Cause like they're bringing in all these new like plethora of characters, bro. Like it's like ridiculous, and like for all these people and all like this power that you're bringing together, that's gonna happen in this MCU, bro. I feel like the only people like villain that's viable to step up to the plate, like as far as like carrying that storyline after Thanos, bro, is either Doom, Magneto, or Silver Surfer, bro.
It's not, bro.
I feel like it has to be, bro.
They got so much they can do. Because I'm gonna tell you why Doom isn't gonna be until down the line. They about to do They about to do Fantastic Four, I want to say.
Yeah.
And of course, Doom is gonna be in it, but they gonna say Doom for Secret Wars type shit. When Doom was in, have y'all seen?
We're gonna talk about this offline. Let's get these last fucking overrated, underrated.
What I'm saying is, he's
oral sex, overrated, underrated.
You said oral sex?
Oral sex?
Yeah. That shit.
Yeah, it's underrated.
Underrated. Top, man. What?
They slop?
All right, you want my honest opinion here?
Yeah, I was honest.
On top,
No lie.
Top.
No lie.
It's a touchy one. I want to say it's overrated until that one motherfucker fuck your life up.
Yeah.
I don't mean
It'll
that.
be
That
overrated
don't mean
until
no.
you
That don't
find
mean
that
that the timing. The problem is like everything else. It's like her dad. Like
What? What I gotta do with it?
Nah, bro.
that made her toxic.
You should have been brother top.
I'm not gonna comment. I have a girlfriend.
Yeah, stay out of the street. Just say
I think Top is cool.
Oh, nah. Elgin.
What?
Don't do that.
That-
I feel like now that you said that, you gotta answer because if she watch, she gonna be like,
she gonna catch you.
she
Yeah,
definitely
she
gonna be
gonna
like, Elgin, underrated, overrated.
It's not being underrated or overrated.
you don't even know what the right
I'm
answer
just
is.
not
like-
gonna discuss that.
Babe, you know I love you, right?
Underrated or overrated.
All right.
All right, last one.
Hold on, Frank ain't give us that.
Oh yeah, shit.
I did give an answer.
What did you
I
say?
said that big hit.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What did you say?
So it's
Okay.
underrated.
Yeah, that's one of the
Huh?
So it's underrated.
I ain't say that. I just said that big hit.
That's not it.
Okay.
All right.
Libraries.
Overrated. I feel like libraries
Should I
are
sit here and
overrated.
act like?
I feel like libraries overrated.
Yeah.
I feel like they're underrated.
I feel like they're underrated.
Yeah,
They're underrated.
they
but-
definitely underused, but they got some good shit in libraries.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying like as far as that. I just feel like as far as like people feel like they gotta go to a library for quiet and peace or to get something done. Yeah.
But why is that like the reason?
Because I feel like you can get that anywhere. Like that you want. Like you can decide what
No,
can
you
get
mad?
I ain't gonna cap. Me doing work in my house in quiet and peace and then going to a library is like two different types of focus.
You in your house, you comfortable. That's the
But you said it's overrated because you have to go to a library to get peace and quiet.
It's so fire that people gotta do
Yeah,
it.
but I just feel like you just.
But I mean, I feel like that's what
you're
it is.
just mad
though,
about
like-
your life.
Like, bro, it's like when you was in, like when niggas was in college, bro.
Like, what they got to do with the
When niggas
library?
in college,
You just mad
like
'cause-
niggas used to be like, I gotta go to the library to
Could've went
do this and
anywhere
that.
else.
Because it was like, nah, bro, if I'm over here trying to do it, I ain't gonna get nothing done. So I gotta go to the library.
So you got
Yeah, so that's what make the library underrated. Because it's so
Yeah.
powerful that it can make
No.
even a nigga who lazy do work.
So yeah, I feel like it's overrated.
No, it should be underrated.
Oh.
So, somebody who lazy doing work is a bad thing.
No.
So it should be underrated
No,
because
it's overrated, bro.
next.
So if it's
That mean you
overrated, are you
mad
like
because he get
wait, Harry, if it's overrated, are you like advocating for another spot that's like peace and quiet that you could get work done at? Like what's the alternative? It's like Sam's? Oh, Barnes and Noble. Barnes and Noble.
I'm about to kill him.
Alright, man, you don't like to read. I can't.
Oh, Barnes and Noble. Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, you're right. The bookstore, not the
Right.
library.
Yeah, not the library. Go to the bookstore.
They're underrated. I think people should read more, but I mean, I fall short of that, so I ain't even gonna like try to preach too much. So.
So overrated, but
Stop trying to get people.
About you, Jared? Underrated?
Oh yeah, underrated.
You said underrated, huh? Alright. Well, that's all I got today, folks. I definitely appreciate y'all tapping in. We got the whole gang in here.
All right.
Make sure you like it, subscribe it. If you heard something funny, share it with your friends. And we out of here, man.
I got one more before we go. I got one more.
Go ahead.
Fuck, marry, kill.
what?
Lamborghini, Ferrari.
Son, what? That
Bentley.
don't even make sense.
Fuck Lamborghini, kill Bentley, marry Ferrari.
Marry Ferrari. Kill Bentley. You gotta foot the Lambo, brother. You gotta foot the Lambo up.
So I'm going to marry the Bentley.
You luxury guy.
I'm going to fuck the Ferrari. I'm going to kill the Guinea.
Kinda-
I'm a Joce the Bentley forever.
So does you marrying it?
I'm a
You don't want that stand.
bring the guinea to the chop shop, and then I'm gonna have multiple one night stands with the Ferrari.
Okay. None of that made no sense. What happened?
He marrying
All right.
the Bentley.
You get it, you get it. With the shop.
You killing the Bentley.
So-
steadily fuck with
So what
the
you said was.
inside, you
So what
feel
you're
me?
saying?
Yeah.
So what you're saying, Kirk, is that the Twitter is _9 at _9bird. The Instagram is also _9bird. The YouTube channel is 9bird Productions, and
Wait.
Don't say
Not
it.
yeah,
Stop it.
non-bird
Stop it.
product I has. Right.
and we be going live and shit sometimes. So follow us and turn the notifications on.
Facts.
We post
That
a
is
lot of shit.
episode 27 of the Joe Central Podcast. I hope y'all have fun. Good night and what?
Y'all should really Joce win that FIFA. I'm really like that.
We love you. Bye. I mean,